When it comes to Drake, and when it comes to Jay-Z, if you're ready to see how the Iceman era has hit a brand new low and how everything is getting worse by the day, leave a like. From Akademiks eating on stream and lying to thousands of people, to new excuses, to Jay-Z stepping into the conversation, we have a lot to cover today. Let's not waste any time.
Like clockwork, Akademiks gets on a stream, tells the audience what Drake wants them to hear, then rinses and repeats. And right now, we're on the repeat part, because Akademiks just told us about a conversation he had with Drake about the future of Iceman. Let's just play the clip and let you hear exactly what kind of nothing burger is being served this time.
Akademiks claims Drake told him the album is coming within the next 90 days, that the quality is going to surprise everyone, and that this time Drake isn't trying to convince anyone, he just has it. Akademiks also says he chose to be a fan this time rather than know all the details, which means no confirmation, no denial, no proof, no music, just vibes and a phone call.
And this is the full timeline of the Iceman era. A few weeks ago, album is about to drop. Everyone should be excited. Then, the album was hacked and Drake won't pay the ransom. Then, it's being completely redrafted for the 4th time. And now, it's coming in 90 days. An album that was supposed to come out in 2025, then winter 2025, is now supposedly arriving in summer 2026. That statement means absolutely nothing at this point.
If the delays haven't told you everything already, let me spell it out. There is no album. This is just another admission of that, whether Akademiks realizes it or not. Drake is dangling the bait and Akademiks is swallowing it whole. The shot clock just got reset again. And the more I hear anyone around Drake talk about Iceman, the less I believe any version of it actually exists.
Never in my life have I heard so many specific details about a record with absolutely nothing to show for it. The rollout started with actual episodes in July 2025. It is now 2026. This is like GTA 6, except GTA 6 is actually anticipated. This is GTA 6 if people were only watching to see how badly it crashes on arrival. And even if you're a Drake fan trying to defend this, you cannot deny that this is the strangest album rollout of the decade by a significant margin.
The strategy has completely flipped. A few weeks ago, the narrative was the album is destroyed, hacked, and needs a full rebuild. Now it's the opposite. The album is great. It's almost done. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. They literally just reversed the talking points. Because Iceman isn't an album anymore. It's a state of conversation. The rollout is the product. They're selling an endless void of hype with no intention of delivering actual music.
Until we see a single or any evidence that music is actually being made, nothing Akademiks says means anything. Because think about this, the best rollouts in hip-hop history maintained momentum. Kanye's Good Friday series dropped weekly. Imagine if Kanye started that run and then disappeared for a year before continuing. That would be disqualifying. That's exactly what Drake has done with Iceman. The album has melted. I'm standing firmly on that.
The lead singles we did get, Tim What Did I Miss, Text Go Green, Doghouse, were some of the worst music Drake has put out in his career. That's probably why the rollout went quiet. Because when the music speaks, it's saying the wrong things. And now Akademiks is out here promising the quality will shock us all after those singles. That is genuinely impressive confidence from someone who has heard nothing.
Akademiks also brought up the future collab rumors, and Drake's response to him was essentially, be a fan, not a reporter, which is code for, I'm not confirming or denying anything, just keep talking about it. Either Future isn't actually on the album and they're managing that story carefully, or he is and they're saving it. Either way, Akademiks is being used as a buffer, and he is perfectly fine with that role.
But now, the most important thing to talk about today. Jay-Z sat down for a brand new GQ interview, completely out of nowhere, and fired off some of the most significant hip-hop commentary we've gotten in years. Between the Kendrick-Drake beef, the Super Bowl, conspiracy theories, and the future of rap beef culture, Hove addressed all of it. And shout out to the interviewer who actually asked the real questions and let the conversation breathe.
Jay compared the situation to his own beef with Nas, saying it didn't start at Summer Jam, it had been brewing for a while. And he said he actually regrets that beef now because Nas is a genuinely good person. And with that, Jay is essentially calling out Drake, the OVO stan base, and the Nicki Minaj conspiracy machine all at once, telling them to stop lying, stop the games, and stop pretending there was some massive coordinated plot to destroy Drake, because there wasn't one.
And Jay's point about why he's fed up goes even deeper. He addressed rap beef itself as a cultural pillar, comparing it to breakdancing, graffiti, and DJing, all things that were foundational to hip-hop, but have evolved or faded over time. And Jay said something nobody expected. He's starting to question whether rap beef even needs to exist anymore. Not because the sport isn't fun, but because of what it becomes in the social media era.
The last pillar of hip-hop is battling. We love the excitement, and I love the sparring. But in this day and age, there's so much negative stuff that comes with it that you almost wish it didn't happen. Now, people that like Kendrick hate Drake no matter what he makes. It's like an attack on his character. I don't know if I love that. It takes up so much oxygen. It's like trying to tear down people's lives. I don't know if it's worth it at this point.
And Jay went further. It's bringing people's kids into it. I don't like that. I think we can achieve the same thing, sparring with music, with collaborations, more so than breaking the whole thing apart. Before social media, you had the battle and then you moved on. Right now, I don't know if you can stand it with the technology we have. And he closed with, I don't know if battling needs to be a part of the culture anymore.
That is a massive statement from Jay-Z. And to be clear, he's not talking about the lyrical content, he loves the sport of it. What he's talking about is the after effects, the stan armies, the social media mob mentality, the conspiracy theories, and the relentless campaign to drag everyone connected to the losing side. And you can tell this is coming from personal experience as much as anything else.
Because Jay-Z has been a target throughout all of this. His family has been dragged. His wife, his kids, his business empire, all attacked. Not because he did anything, but because Drake and Nicki Minaj pointed their fan bases at him and let them loose. He was at home, supporting Beyoncé, running his businesses, and being blamed for a conspiracy that never existed. That frustration is real, and this interview is where it came out.
And this is very different from what J. Cole has been saying. Some people are trying to claim Jay and Cole are saying the same thing. They are not. Cole is suggesting the lyrical product itself is negative. Jay-Z is celebrating the music. What he's criticizing is the behavior of the mob around it. That is a fundamentally different point. And Jay's comments are clearly not directed at Kendrick. They're directed at the circus Drake and Nicki Minaj created around the beef and refused to let die.
Jay-Z just told the entire Drake conspiracy camp directly that he had nothing to do with any plot against Drake. He chose Kendrick for the Super Bowl because Kendrick was the hottest artist in the world at that moment. That's it. Everything that followed was a celebration of what Kendrick achieved, not an effort to destroy Drake. Drake just happened to be on the losing end. And the idea that there was some billion-dollar conspiracy coordinated to take him down is embarrassing and needs to stop.
And with Jay-Z putting all of this on record in one of the most important rap interviews in years, while the Iceman album remains fictional, while the lawsuit has been dismissed, while UMG has stepped back, Drake is now dealing with the fact that one of the most respected figures in hip-hop history just publicly told the world he's exhausted by what Drake and his circle have done to the culture. That is a significant moment, and we'll be covering the rest of what Jay said in this interview very soon.
Because between the Iceman failure and Jay-Z's exhaustion with the state of rap beef, it's clear that the era of Drake dominating the conversation on his own terms is completely over. Everything now is either laughing at his collapse or reacting to the damage he's caused.
Check out the suggested video to see how J. Cole is fueling the same discourse from a different angle, and why he's also getting it wrong.